Hey campers, Summer here from Kokoda Caravans, and today I'm going to tell you about our off-road, off-grid, amazing bunk van, the Squadron. What's so cool about it? Well, it's a quad bunk, so if you're brave enough to have 4 kids, bless your heart, but you might want to take them camping and you might not want to be towing a 24-foot van. This is your answer. It's 22'7", nice and easy to tow. There are so many cool things about this van, so hang out with me for a little bit and let me tell you more. Okay, so we'll do the normal thing and start at the front of the van. I'm going to tell you some standard features on this van, but we also have our off-grid pack promotion running, which this van has on it. So I'm going to point out those features to you as we go through. So starting at the top here, we've got our DO35 articulated hitch. That means it goes up, down, left, right. Makes for a really smooth tow, and it's really easy to hitch up. I definitely dig this type of a hitch. Behind that, we've got our brake, our breakaway. So if your van comes unhitched from your tow vehicle, it's going to come safely to a stop. Then behind that, a 90-degree jockey wheel, nice and easy to use to get your van up and down after you're setting up. Standard stone mesh guard here to keep the rocks from chipping up on your van. And behind the stone guard here, we've got 2 9-kilo gas bottles, and underneath that, we've got our A-frame tray. So on our A-frame, which just by the way, our chassis, the entire thing, 6-inch Australian steel. On the A-frame, we've got this nice toolbox here. Now this is our medium-sized toolbox, believe it or not, but it is quite spacious. We've got the water tap on the A-frame, rinse off your toes when they get a bit too sandy. And if you can just see over here, we've got a tank there. That's for our diesel heater, which is a part of that off-grid pack that I was telling you about. So for cold days like this, that thing is gonna come in amazingly handy. So come back over here. I'm gonna show you the slide out that's on this. So same size on both sides. On this side, on the awning side, we've got the 12-volt point there. That's to plug in your fridge or freezer. On the other side, no 12-volt plug, but that's where you keep your Jenny to keep your van running when you need 240 and you're not plugged in. At the front of our van on the awning side, we've got this nice big spacious tunnel boot. Goes end to end on the van so you can store a lot of stuff in here. Great for camping when you've got 4 kids because they come with a lot of stuff. So plenty of room in there, and above that, we've got a light over the tunnel boot. This is part of the off-grid pack. The other piece of that that's part of the off-grid pack is having the amber light option there to keep the mozzies away at nighttime. And below this here, just outside the awning arm, we've got our gas bayonet. That's to connect your barbecue when you want to keep the party going and keep those 4 kids happy that you had, because again, well done on the 4 kids. So the entrance to our Squadron, one of the most important things that I like to point out, and if you've seen other videos, you're probably like, okay, Summer, we get it, you like your steps. It's because it's really strong and it doesn't go anywhere. So it's really nice when you're going into the van, the first impression you get is a nice sturdy step. It's got the light on it as well. Awesome when there's no light pollution and it's quite dark. Same thing with this light up handle. Our doors are the standard 3-way door, which means you can have it fully open, you can have your midgie mesh and security screen, or you can have it fully closed and keep the kids out. Like when they're out playing, the 4 kids, and you want peace and quiet, you just shut that door. Yeah. So one thing that comes with having 4 kids is having to entertain them. So you can do that here with our outdoor picnic table. You can mount the 24-inch smart TV. Now the smart TV comes with that off-grid pack. Plug your TV in here to your 12-volt point or your 240, and if the weather's a little bit too hot, too sunny, or too wet, simply pull out this nice big awning, center awning cradle there to keep it nice and secure on the van, and voila, you've got a great outdoor entertaining area for the kids, or you, or all of you. So just above our entertaining area out here, we've got this nice big beautiful awning with a center awning cradle to keep you shaded and protected from the elements. So let's whip this out. So I won the battle against the wind to get the leash to pull the awning out. Now I'm just going to put my arm up, lock that in place. Now I can do this by myself. It's easier with 2 people, but if you're by yourself, you simply just walk it up side by side, and I would do the same thing on the other side until I get the awning up, and we just lock it in place. Super, super easy. going to take our awning down now. Nice and easy. Let that lock in place. Slide our arm back down, and then we're going to roll it back up. Okay, the awning's ready to put back up now. So I'm going to grab my awning leash. Now, I take this off because they do blow away, but you can just tie it up on the awning arm as well. So the button that we use to release it, just there, and another wind back in. That easy. So this magical compartment here is the cassette for your toilet. Now, if you've got 4 kids, or maybe 3, and then like someone brings a cousin, if they're old enough, you get them to do this job because it's everybody's least favorite job, isn't it? It is really simple though, so actually you can get your little kids to do it if they're strong enough to hold it, of course. You just simply put your chemicals in there, it'll do its job, pull it out like so, open up the handle, and then take yourself for a little walk. So at the back of our van on the awning side, we've grabbed a little bit more space because, as you know, we at Kokoda love to try to get as much storage as we can. So we have another boot that's back here for all the little things that you want to bring that you don't want inside the van. You can just pop them in there. Well, at the back end of this beautiful van, we've got some standard features I'll point out for you, which is 2 full-size spare tires and 2 20-liter jerry can holders. Up above that, as a part of the off-grid option that we've got, reverse camera, super handy for a 22'7" van. You will use it, you will like it. So under the quad bunks here, we've got more storage for you. Again, because you had 4 kids, so put all their stuff in there. Now, if you option on that lower level of bunks, giving you 6 bunks if you're game to have 6 kids, obviously you wouldn't have that storage. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about water with the van. So just here behind the tires, we've got your mains point. So that's where you connect to your mains water. When you are connected to your mains water, don't forget to turn off your pump. Now here we've got our 2 independent fill points for 2 110-liter tanks for your fresh water. That's a lot of water. It's going to keep you off-road well. And our exterior shower, because again, with the 4 kids, one of them's probably going to get dirty, and you can just hose them off outside before they bring their dirty little feet inside. Mess everything up. So let's talk about what's keeping our van rolling on the road. We've got a 3.5-ton tough ride suspension. On average, you're going to get about 650 kilos of payload, so plenty of stuff to bring with you for those 4 kids. Tires, we've got 16-inch muddies on here, so we're going to be able to get to some pretty fun places with this van. So you can get the kids out of the van and out playing so you can relax. We've got our 240 inlet here, so when you need to run your 240 appliances inside and you don't have your inverter connected or a Jenny running, that's where you plug in your 240. We've got our ventilation system for our fridge and everything here. Just right here, we've got our 2 battery boxes. Now, with the off-grid pack, we give you 150 amp hours of lithium, and that's coupled with 400 watts of solar on top, so plenty of power to keep you going off-grid. Just here, we've got the ventilation system for our hot water system. It's a Swift 28-liter hot water, gas, and electric. And that's the other side of our tunnel boot just here. So we finished up on this side. It is kind of cold, and I think I would like to go and tell you all about what is amazing on the inside, so let's go. So in the main bed area of the Squadron, we've got a nice, big, beautiful Queen Island lift-up bed with storage underneath. Behind that, we've got our 2 reading lamps. Now, this is the same throughout the entire van. All the reading lamps are 2-way. So we have this bright light that you see here, the white, and a blue ambient light for when you don't want to disturb your partner. Simply just hold it in and the white comes back. USB ports under every one of those lights as well, so keep everything charged. Speaking of charging, in the niches here on the bedside, we've got 12 volt and 240 points to keep your laptop and your phone going. Plenty of wardrobe space hanging in there. And you can add shelves if you'd like to option that on. Overhead, nice big deep cupboards. And as always, we've got these hidden handles that just keeps the van looking really, really tidy. Plenty of storage in the bedside. Over here in the corner of this bedside, we've got our diesel heater that I told you about on the outside, which is a part of the off-grid pack as an option. Has that really handy remote control, or you can control it from your phone also. Above our bed, we've got this big, beautiful hatch, great for letting out the heat, letting the breeze through, or stargazing if you'd like. Big windows. The big windows in this van really bring the outside in. I love how much breeze they bring through, and conveniently, You can bring down your fly wire to keep the bugs out. And when you want the sun out, you just pull that right up, block out that light. Above me, we've got Sirocco fans here. This again is a part of the off-grid pack. So with the off-grid pack, you get fans at all of the main beds and all bunks. 4 fans in those 4 bunks for the 4 kids. What else have we got in the main bed area? I think I've covered that. Have I covered everything? On those days, maybe it's too hot outside, maybe it's too cold, maybe you just want to relax. Easy done. Mount your TV here on the bracket. Now with the off-grid pack, again, you're going to get that smart TV so you can catch up on all your shows on Netflix and all the other apps that you can get. And I've also got in my hand the remote. This is for our Bel Air Houghton AC unit. So again, really easy to use. And don't forget, this only works on 240, so you have to be plugged in, you have to be connected to your Jenny, or running an inverter. Okay, so in our lounge area of the Squadron, we've got a big L-shaped lounge here. We've got a magazine pocket to keep all your maps and all the fun stuff you want to bring with you. As always, we've got a telescopic table which moves all around, swings around, and drops down, so you can get a table inlay cushion and make this another bed or just a nice big lounge to relax on. Plenty of storage overhead, as we always do, and that's about it for the lounge area. Beautiful kitchen in the Squadron, I know, right? So lots of things that we like about it. Plenty of overhead storage, because you got to bring a bunch of plates and bowls and, 4,000 cups the kids are going to go through when they want to drink. And all the snacks, because it's frowned upon if you don't feed your kids. So pack all the snacks. Again, I love the hidden handles. It just looks so nice and clean. So we've got our standard 3 gas and 1 electric burner on the cooktop. Really nice and clean with this lid that pops down. So when you're not cooking inside, you get all this extra bench space. Below that, we've got our mini grill and we've got our oven, because you might need to bake birthday cakes on the road for one of the kids, because chances are you're going to have a birthday at one of those points when you're camping. 4 of them. So I love the pull-out pantry. Just the organization is really nice, because most of the time you're not going to be very organized, because you're going to be chasing 4 kids around the van, asking them to pick up all the things that they leave around. I'm not wrong, am I? So in this van, we've got the black accessory pack, so a nice big deep sink. This is great when you're doing dishes because the water doesn't really splash everywhere, which is awesome. Tons of storage below the sink. And all that space for this 1 Windex bottle, as you can see. And in our drawer storage, plenty of space in there. Really deep drawers. We've got the shell lock handles so that when you're traveling, your drawers aren't going to magically open up and spill everything everywhere. So now we're at the part of this van that you've been waiting for, which is where you store your kids at night. So we've got our quad bunk here. Now, the awesome thing about this one, again, is with this setup with this L shape, it keeps that van nice and compact for a quad bunk. We're not running a 24-foot van, 22'7". This is why. So again, we've got fans at all the bunks with the off-grid pack, your magazine pockets, your reading lights. The kids are really going to dig this area. Now, one thing that's a really nice feature as well is with this back bunk here, this runs wall to wall, so you've got 2.3 meters in length for even the tallest kids to be comfortable. Plenty of storage below. We've got our dual drawers, and I remind you again, if you have that lower level of bunks, to make this a 6 bunk, you don't get that storage, but you've got all your storage here. Now, one thing that I like about this area is you can use it for the bunk area, which is what it's meant for, but you can also use this as a pantry area, because you do have all this storage down here below as well. So we've designed the bathroom area in the Squadron for 4 kids, because no doubt one of them is going to want to be in the shower while someone else wants to brush their teeth. Now, speaking of shower, really spacious, nice and big, but check out the bottom. We've got that basin there, so if you've got babies and toddlers, you can just dunk them in there and clean that dirt right off, no problem. The ensuite, nice and private, super awesome. But in there, we've mounted as an option a 2.5 kilo washing machine. Again, this is great if you've got littles, because they're always needing to get things washed, whether it's chocolate on their face, which then goes to their shirt and then to their pants and somehow even on their socks. Just drop them in there, give them a wash, and you notice lots and lots of storage in there as well. So really, really thoughtful bathroom and ensuite space in here. Well, there's not a whole lot left to tell you about. I think we're kind of coming towards the end of our tour of our Squadron. So we're going to finish up with our battery management system, which is the BM Pro Battery Plus 35 HA2 unit for our lithium batteries. So again, with the off-grid pack, we've got that lithium battery system at 150 amp hours and the 400 watts of solar. And we control that here with our Trek display. So this is really convenient. I can tell how much power is coming in, how much time I've got estimated based on the current usage of power that I've got. I can check my water levels in my tanks, whether that's fresh water or if you opt on a gray water, you can still check that there. And we can also turn our pumps on and off. And we can, if we want, turn all the power off at the van, like so. Well, now that we've finished up with our battery management system, I think I'm going to tow this beautiful van back to the lot. And I do want to mention, at 22'7", this thing tows amazing. So you are going to have so much fun. Pack up those 4 kids, bring all their stuff, and go have an adventure. If you have any questions, contact us or visit KokodaCaravans.com.au. Thanks, guys.